So hello and welcome to a really strange one for me. I'm out in the dark, and as you can see behind me there's lots of lights going on, isn't there? And yeah, I'm out at Liverpool down near the Albert Docks, and I've got my camera out at the moment right up next to this window here, and when I bring up this picture to show you in a moment you're going to see why. But I'm here to see the lights at Albert Docks and down at Liverpool. There's like a river of lights. I think there's some sculptures and some exhibitions going on to show you these different lights and things that are going on. And first of all, we're starting off with this amazing big wheel that's here, and the image I'm looking at, if you look over my shoulder, is this reflection in the window just behind me there, which I think is absolutely amazing. So I'm here to just fill my boots and get a few nighttime shots and do my best to try and make a video out of it. So I've just come across this real blue building there, which I really like. So I'm thinking that blue building and having the wheel next to it, the two together, I think that's going to make quite a nice interesting shot, and I might be able to get a bit of reflection going on down here in the ground that you see down there. So I'm going to give that a try. So the wheel looks pretty cool. There's a few little chairs and buckets up there that the light's not actually on, but I've got underneath it to try and get a shot sort of looking up as well. I haven't changed my wide angle lens because it's drizzling. I don't want to try and get water spots on the sensor at the moment, so I'm just taking that just to have a bit of a go. But yeah, not a bad little start so far. I've got to get the other side of Albert Docks, so let's get round there. So I've got the camera set up again now. I'm looking back at the wheel. The wheel's actually stopped moving at the moment, which it doesn't matter. It still looks pretty cool. Now I know it's not the best light because the sky is really dark and black, but you know, it is what it is. I couldn't do blue hour, it's grey anyway, it's pouring down with rain. But with this side of the water, as I'm walking away from the wheel, I'm getting a reflection in the water. So I thought I'd try and see if I do a long exposure to sort of overexpose the water at the bottom, and I'm going to blend it in with a darker image on the top. It looks pretty good, but I'm not getting anywhere near these actual lights. I'm still stuck fascinated taking pictures of the wheel. So I've stopped again as I'm walking through the Albert Docks. I'm coming in this is like the restaurant area, I suppose, behind me, and I'm looking down to the liverbirds in the far distance, and I've just taken a shot of the reflections in the water in the sort of like the harbour area. It looks pretty good, but then I move myself along a little bit and I notice that the pontoon down there that leads you along the edge of the water is starting to act like a leading line. You're getting this beautiful reflection in it as well, where it's been raining, all the woodwork, all the slats are all shiny, and I think this makes a lovely little image. So yeah, enjoy this one, and I'm going to carry on moving on. I've got to get there. I haven't even got to the first set of lights yet. Just like always, I started taking photographs and I come out without my brolly, and it's starting to rain, and it did say it was going to stop raining, but this is just going to make it totally impossible now to try and take photographs in the rain. I've put the wide angle lens on now as well to try and sort of extremigate those lines and try and stretch out the shadows and the reflections. So let's see what happens, see if I can try and work in these horrible wet conditions. See, I've perched myself over the other side of the I don't know what it's called, a lock, I suppose it is, and we've got this art installation over the other side and in the buildings and next to the road, and it's changing colours, and I think it looks like a load of lampshades. I'm going to head round that way and that way. Now I'm going to go over and have a look at them and get a closer image, but I like the reflection from this side. The water's gone dead still and it's perfectly calm, so perfect opportunity to get one of these beautiful soft reflection shots, but it's an awful busy night. You can see that a little bit of action going on and the colours are changing and everything, so yeah, pretty good, but it's hard to balance those colours with a very, very dark sky. I could have done with being here just a little bit earlier, really. So I'm just about to go inside this one. There's a bit of a queue, but you can see this. It's got these little cubes, and all these little cubes, you can go inside and look out through the window. So yeah, I think we need to go and have a look and see what it looks like from the inside. What do you reckon? How crazy and insane is this? The actual thing is lighting up all around us, and you can see people outside looking through the windows and stuff like that. So as they're looking in and you're looking out, the reflection's just insane. It's really cool. Very, very, very space age. Very space age. How insane is that? That's crazy. It's time to get out. Got a picture of people looking through the windows, and it's just awesome. Very, very clever. Very, very, very clever. And you've obviously seen it as my thumbnail as well. So, I quite like that. That was really, really quite freaky and space age. So I've put myself right down low on the ground because I've seen this puddle and I like the reflection in the puddle, and I'm trying to get the merry-go-round with the horses and that, and the reflection on the wet ground and the reflection in the water as well. Now I'm varying my exposures a little bit just to try different things. I've been messing around with time lapses as well, trying to get some movement, as you'll probably be seeing as I'm talking, and it's just amazing. I know the sky's really, really dark and really, really black, but I'm doing my best to try and create something a little bit different, a little bit interesting. And by doing the longer exposures, making sure that all the people and stuff like that are moving around, and by having them moving around, I'm obviously then getting less people in the shots and more of what I'm actually trying to photograph. So hopefully we should get something interesting. But I love that thing in there. That space age thing is absolutely insane. Very, very cool. Really, really enjoyed that. So let's have a little look. We're getting a lot less people now, which is quite nice. So yeah, it's all working well. Instead of me going towards the lanterns where I was supposed to go, I noticed this little light show going on above my head, so I thought I better come and have a look, see what's going on. And as you can see, it's changing colours. There's a big video screen shooting up to the side of the building and got the whole building illuminated with all this stuff that's going on, and it looks really pretty. And of course, it's firework night as well, so yeah, you can hear the fireworks going off in the background as well, can't you? I'm going to see if I can get a shot of this. It's pretty cool, and I bet it'll look pretty good as a reflection as well. So if I walk down the end and shoot back this way, this water is so calm, probably the perfect opportunity to get it. But I don't know how it's going to turn out. It might just end up a load of wishy-washy colours because of the exposure is going to be quite long, isn't it? But yeah, pretty cool. So I've got another lovely, lovely shot set up. I know that the sky is black. Please don't tell me the sky is black and it should be blue. Can't help that, but the reflection of these buildings in this water, the water's gone so still, so perfect. The rain's off, everything's just really keying up nicely now. My exposures, I don't care what I'm doing. I'm just literally putting a camera on the tripod, pointing it in the right direction, looking that my histogram doesn't look like it's blowing out or overexposing anywhere. And at the moment I've got this really nice big barge narrow boat that's sitting in the canal, reflections behind it. You can see the wheel that I was at the beginning, and yeah, it's just pretty ace, pretty cool. Quite enjoyed myself. Not the sort of thing I normally do, not the sort of photographs I normally take, but when I do enjoy it, when I do get out doing this, I actually really enjoy it, and yeah, it's good fun. It really is good fun. So you probably can't see me at the moment because it's got quite dark down here, but just come up against another one. This one I'm led to believe is called the Labyrinth, so I think I need to go inside this one and have a bit of a nose inside and see what we're getting in here. So this one's not the easiest thing to photograph. So what I ended up doing was using these steps down here below me to try and get a slightly different variation on it. And at one of them, I think there's a guy stood there really still, so he had a bit of a silhouette. But yeah, just a few big bubbly type things that you just walk through. Pretty much all it is. Right, I'm going to try and find the others. They're getting a bit harder to find though, so let's see how we get on. So I'm just approaching my next one, and this one's a pretty pink heart, as you can see up there. There's an awful lot of people around it, so yeah, trying to get a good shot or a different shot might be quite hard, but I'm gonna have a go as usual. The other one was really, that heart thing was quite hard to photograph because there's a lot of lights going on, but hopefully I managed to do justice to it. This is the next project. This is the next one I've got to try and do. It looks like a big shiny worm or snail or snake or something you can see over my shoulder, so let's see if I can get an angle, and the reflections are definitely doing me a favour, so let's see what I can do with this one. that one was nearly impossible to photograph. Interesting trying to get some shapes and different lines on it, but an awful lot of people wanting to stand and take photographs, and it's obvious really, isn't it? Yeah, bit of an experiment, bit of a practice, and yeah, an interesting try. Coming up on another installation, which is this thing behind me here somewhere, which is like a bit of a square, lines and shapes and different patterns. So again, I'm going to see if I can try and get a slightly good angle on it if I can. If not, it'll just be a photograph, just a record with lots of people in it, because like I say, there's people everywhere. Someone's just lit a firework off as well in the crowd, which is a bit insane, frightening the absolute living bejeebers out of me. But yeah, let's give a go at this one, see what we can do with this. Well, looks like I'm in a rave. Not quite as good as the first one that we went into, but definitely an experience nevertheless, with all these lines and stripes and shapes and patterns. It's pretty cool. And it's quite a big thing as well. People are loving it. So right, time for me to get out of this one and try and find the next one. It's alright. Right, see if we can find our way out. Alright, just making my way to the next one. I can see it up in the distance. It's a bit like a globe type of thing. Again, probably not going to be the easiest thing to photograph, but I am just enjoying myself having a record of this. Something different, trying to get me juices flowing. So just drop me a line in the comments and tell me what you think of this video so far. I know it's not landscape photography, but hey ho, who cares? It's photography, and it's a challenge as well, if nothing else. Awful lot of people around though. I'd love to do these sort of things when there's absolutely zero people, but they turn them off at 9 o'clock at night, so you've got no chance. So this one's all about sound, I think. There's lots of these little posts sticking up and balls on them, and as people are touching the posts, they're making a noise. So I'm just assuming that the sound you can hear is all the different posts of everybody touching at the same time. It's just a random noise, in all fairness, a random noise. Well, I think I'm going to have to call it. I can just see the big wheel way up in the distance up in front of me, and I'm making my way away from that noisy racket behind me. And I think that's it for this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Give us that thumbs up. What do you think? Oh, look at these. Have a look at these first. These weird banana shaped things over my shoulder here. Bit of random looking things. Lamanas or something. I don't know, something like that. I need a coffee, I think, more than anything else. It's been an exciting day. It's been an exciting afternoon, been an exciting evening, and it's been fun trying to get some different angles on these lights. It doesn't happen all the time, does it? So, ciao for now. See you soon. And do let me know in the comments what you think. And don't forget to check out my Patreon as well. If you want to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, where I'm doing it, Patreon is definitely the best place to do it. I stay in touch all the time. Ciao. See you soon.